Hey Aries, I hope y'all stayed cool today because it was crazy hot. Anyways, let's get into this. Aries, you have somebody that wants people to believe that that you're competing with them. The two of you are competing with each other, okay? They want to make it seem like you and them are like on the same level. By saying that you're competing with them, it's like saying that y'all are on the same level, y'all are going at it nose to nose, y'all are wanting the same things or something like that when it's not true. It's not true. You're not trying to compete with this person at all. You are just busy doing your own thing. I'm hearing like you are off doing your own thing. You've been working really hard at something. And what you do and what this person does, I'm hearing like there's no comparison. I'm hearing like you have all the talent, you have the skills, and this person is like really lagging. Okay, they don't have the know-how. They don't have the skills or the training for something, but they want to make it seem like the two of you are equals when they're just like entering the ring. That's what I'm hearing. Like they're just entering the ring or they're just coming into this whatever this is that you're doing, okay? Like they're new. They don't really know what they're doing. Maybe, it's more like this person is competing with you. They have their eyes on you and maybe in their mind because I'm going to just say it, okay? I'm just going to say it. I know it's going to sound mean, but this person is not so bright. They're not so bright. Something is not connecting in their brain. And this is definitely somebody who thinks they're really, really smart, but they're not. But they really are trying to convince people around that the two of you are going at it. They all are competing for like a district, y'all are competing for a position, something like that. When in reality, this person doesn't really know what they're doing. But it's like they feel like if they get people to believe it, like if they could get people to believe that the two of you are competing with each other, then somehow it's going to help them get a level up, you know? Like it's going to somehow get them recognized or get them at least a name for themselves in something. And I don't know why, but I'm getting wrestling. uh, I don't know. Maybe something about wrestling might be very significant because I keep hearing like, they're new to the ring or they're new to something. Maybe you feel like your job is something you have to wrestle with. I don't know, but something about wrestling is very important here. Maybe you watch wrestling, or maybe somebody here watches wrestling, right? I used to watch wrestling a lot. I don't have a TV now, but I used to watch wrestling when I had a TV. And yeah. Anyways, so somebody here might be really big into wrestling. Hmm, that's what I'm getting. But this is definitely somebody who feels like you have the upper hand in something. And it's like they're on the outside looking in. It's giving me the ring idea again. Like you're in the middle of the ring, you're wrestling, you're winning. You're competing with people who are your level, who are more experienced. And this is like a newcomer who's just like on the sidelines watching and they're watching you and then they're trying to make it seem like the two of you are competing and you're not. Very delusional person. This doesn't have to be about wrestling, guys. I don't know why it keeps coming in, but um this might have something to do more with your job or your position in the family. Like maybe in the family you're the person that people look to for advice or the person who says, "Okay, we're going to do A, B, and C. We're going to do this, we're going to do that." People like listen to you, you know? Mhm. That's what I'm hearing. People listen to you. People want to hear what you have to say. Your opinions matter. You have influence. Okay, so if this is somebody in your family, this could be somebody who's like, they want that position. They want to be the one that makes decisions, or the person who's in the know of things, but it's like they don't want to do the work for it, which is so bizarre. You have to do work to be able to make good decisions. You have to do work. You have to do, like for instance, if you were telling the family, hey, we need to move from here, like these people who are moving from California, right? I'm sure one of the people in the family is saying, like, hey, I think it's time for us to move from here. We better sell our stuff, sell our house, and I think we need to go ahead and get out of here. It takes one person to say that in the family, right? Usually it's like the leader, you know? Usually it's the person who's being very observant. And I'm hearing this person is not observant. They're not observant. They don't pay attention, okay? But they want to make it seem like they do pay attention. And while they're trying to take credit, because that's what they're doing, they're trying to take credit here for things that you're saying or things that you're voicing. They want to take credit for something that you've worked for. Okay? So just like the person who says, "Hey, let's move from California, let's move somewhere else." It's because, that person's doing their homework. They're not just saying, "Hey, let's just move and let's just throw a dart at the map and let's just pick a spot." No. The person has to do some research. They have to look into things. They have to, make sure it's going to be a good fit for the family. you know, and then somebody comes along and tries to take credit. It's that kind of thing. After somebody already did all this homework, find out how much taxes are in another place, how much this is, how much that is, and then they find out, oh, okay, that would be more suitable for us. And it's weird because it's like this person wants to take credit for your work, Aries. They want to take credit for your inspiration. It's like they want to be the person that can say, "Oh, I inspired Aries." Mhm. I inspired Aries. I am the one that makes Aries do A, B, and C, right? I'm the one that uh gets Aries up in the morning, makes Aries moves, inspires Aries to do something bigger, stronger, run harder or work harder. It is kind of like that, but they want to take credit for it. It's so weird. Anyways, this person is trying their best to like outbeat you in something and then take over and try to take credit for your work. And I'm not talking about just one little thing, okay? I'm not talking about one little thing. I'm talking about like it's a big thing. It could be like them wanting to take credit for, you know, I'm just going to say it. Somebody here could have been a single mom. You took care of your kids. You supported your kids. You got them out of trouble or you got them out of a bad situation, right? And then somebody wants to come along and say, "Oh, well, I took care of the kids. I took care of Aries' children." It's like it's kind of like that kind of energy too. At the same time, it's like they want to take credit for something that you did, something big, like raising another human being. That's huge. That it really is. That's a huge thing. And not only that, but getting that child out of a troubling situation. And it's like this person wants to come in and pretty much take credit for a lot of things that you've done in your life. So, yeah, for some of you, this could be somebody at work, but for some of you, this is somebody closer to home. This is a family member who wants to sweep in and be like, "Oh, I'm the boss now. I'm going to take over now, and I'm going to take credit for what Aries has done." Kind of energy, and it's so bizarre. Whoever this person is to you, if it's somebody that you work with or somebody in your family, I want you to know something. They think that they're smart, you know, And it seems funny, like the people who think that they're so smart, so intelligent, they think that they're smarter than everybody else, is always the dumbest person in the room. Like, seriously. And that is this person. Because for one of you who this is a family member, I'm not talking about this is your work colleague. Maybe you have, right? Maybe this is somebody that you work with and like you try to help this person, I'm hearing. You went out of your way to help them. And yet, even though you've done that, family or not, family or coworker, whoever this is to you, like you went out of your way to help this person. And instead of them appreciating it, they don't. They don't appreciate anything. They're like, "Oh, it was nothing. It was just like you did something so small, like maybe you held the door open for them, right? So they could bring in the packages. But it's more than that. It's more than you did that, but that's their attitude. Like you didn't do as much as you did actually do. But they're trying to minimalize it, like make it really small, and it's not true. It's actually you helped this person a lot. You were trying to help this person quite a bit, either by giving them advice or trying to guide them in the right direction. I'm hearing like you leaned backwards for this person in more ways than one. You really went out of your way to help this person at some point. Maybe when they first started with the company, if this is a coworker, or when this person was younger, like you really did a lot for this person and they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it. And it's like they're trying to outbeat you or take over something that you have some kind of control over. This could be like over a person specifically, like maybe you've been taking care of grandma and grandpa or something like that. Like you've been taking care of somebody for years. And I feel very strongly this is for at least one of you. Um, you've been taking care of your aging parents, right? You've been the one that has been making sure that there's food in the house, the grass is cut, the bills are paid, they got clean clothes. Like you're the one that has been making sure everything gets done for years, right? And now they see that you're going to get the house or something like that. Like you're going to get something. And they realize, like, oh no, Aries is going to get this. And you've been taking care of this situation for like 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, right? You've been on top of things for years now. And this person's like, oh, grandma's this age. You're right. And this person was like talking to somebody and they were saying, like, oh, my grandma's this age. I don't know where I'm getting it, 94. My grandma's 94 and somebody's telling them, oh, they're going to pass away soon. You better go visit them. And they're like, yeah, I better go visit them. And this person is like realizing, oh, yeah, that person's going to pass away because they're up in their age. And Aries is going to get the house or the land or whatever it is that, whatever this is, right? Like you're going to get something out of it, right? Or they're going to leave you something because, you've been taking care of them for so many years, right? So it's rightfully yours, you see? But this person wants to come in and be like, oh, I'm going to take over from here. Like right at the finish line. Like right before something's about to happen, they want to hurry up and get in there. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this person. Yeah, a very strange person. And they think that they're so smart. Like like they're just gonna knock on the door and take over. Kind of reminds me of this girl. She came to my house. I don't even know who she was. So bizarre. This is back when I was living in Vancouver, Washington at the time actually. And this young girl, she was, I don't know, maybe 14 years old. She came to my house. I had pugs at the time and I had Boston Terriers. And she came to my house and asked me if she could take one of my Boston Terriers for a walk. I didn't even know this girl. I didn't even know her name. I don't never seen her before. And she was expecting me just to hand her one of my babies. Like, what? You know, like what are you talking about? It was so bizarre. Um, but she was specifically asking for one of my dogs, and it was one of my dogs that had just became breeding age. She was about a year and a half old. I did breed my dogs back then. I bred them like 2 times, and then that was it. I would get them fixed back then, and I would breed them when they were like 1.5 years old, and then I would breed them again when they were like 2.5 years old, and then that was it. The reason why is because back then it was suggested that you let them have a litter. Apparently, they encouraged it. Nowadays, I think now they say no, they don't need to have a litter. But back then, they were like, oh yes, your dogs need to have at least a litter because of whatever it was. I don't remember. But she wanted one of my dogs. It was one of my dogs that was getting ready to. She was getting ready to to the age where I was going to breed her, and yeah, it was very strange. I told her no, and then she looked so disappointed, like she was getting me in trouble. It was so bizarre. But anyways, I don't know why this is reminding me of that. It might have something to do with that. Maybe you have dogs. Maybe there's a dog involved in this. Okay, or maybe there's something about a dog. You adopting a dog might be significant. Okay, or a pet. It doesn't have to be a dog per se. It could be a pet, guys. It could be like you're the person that's going to take care of the family pet or something, right? Something about that is very significant, or something about a pet might be very significant. Okay, or maybe breeding a pet might be something significant. Maybe you used to breed a pet, this person, or somebody bred a pet. Okay, yeah, something about pets is very significant. Um, Quality, okay? Something about the quality of a pet might be very significant. Something like that. Huh. It's definitely very interesting. Because this person is seeing it as a win. Like if they could take possession of something that they're going to get a win out of it. They're going to get some money out of it. Something that they're going to like come in and grab it, sweep it up, right? Maybe this could have something to do with insurance also, guys. An insurance policy or an inheritance, okay? Something is about to happen and this person sees it and they want to come in and swoop in and try to make it seem like they've been working behind the scenes, or something like that, like they want to take credit for it. They want to take some kind of credit, but the thing is that they want to like convince people that this has been going on for a long time. Like they've been there, they've done this, they've done that. And I'm hearing like something about making up false memories or trying to create false memories in their head. Saying things like, oh, remember when this happened, when that happened? And yeah, that's what I was doing. Remember, I was late to so and so's wedding. Well, that's because I was over there and I had to help, and Aries couldn't cover it, or something like that. Like they're creating false memories. They're definitely trying to create false memories and trying to twist people's memory and making people think a certain kind of way, and it's not true. None of it is true. Okay? Now, this could be something that they're doing now, or this could be something that they've been doing. Okay? And you might have caught on to them, and you're like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Like, what are you up to? I feel like you're on to them. And this person realizes it. They realize that you're on to them. Like you notice that something's going on, and they don't like it. They feel like, you shouldn't. You're messing up their plans. You shouldn't be knowing what they're up to. Because if you understand what's going on, then you're gonna ruin everything for them. You're gonna ruin their master plan. That's what I'm hearing. Like you're gonna ruin some kind of master plan. You might also be getting paid to take care of somebody. You could be a home health care provider, or something like that. Maybe it's not your family. It could be the family of the people that you're taking care of. Okay? Like, it very well could be. It could be like the family, you're taking care of this person and you've been doing it for years, and that person has put you in the will, and then this other person's like, nope, I'm swooping in at the last minute. I'm gonna come in at this moment because something's coming, or something like that. Like, this person knows something's coming, something's gonna happen. Like I said, it could be a death. But what I'm hearing is that there's not gonna be a death anytime soon. Not the way that this person is thinking. Because this person is thinking like there's gonna be a death, and there's not. There's not gonna be a death anytime soon. So even if the person is 94, okay, I don't know where I'm getting that from, but that's what I'm picking up on. Even if the person is 94, they could live. People nowadays are living like 111 years, 115 years. I mean, I just saw something just recently where somebody's 120 something years old, or 119 years old. You know what I mean? And the person is still very vibrant, very alert, very talkative. They know what's going on in the world. They're keeping up with the times. You just, you don't expect it from somebody that age, but they are. They know. They know what's going on in the world. And I'm hearing like, yeah, something is not going to work out the way that this person thinks. And I'm hearing like you're on to them. They know that you're on to them, and it's pissing them off. They don't like it. And something about children, okay? And this is another thing I'm getting. Something about children, you being a mother, okay? Or you being a mother figure to somebody, even if you're a man, okay? You could still be a nurturer to a child, but that's what I'm hearing. Like, there's something about this. Like, you nurtured somebody, and then this person wants to come in and take credit for it. Maybe you helped somebody, you know what I mean? Like, you took over something that had to do with your brother's kids or your sister's kids. Something happened, and and they couldn't take care of their kids, and you ended up taking over, or something like that. So it doesn't have to be your kids, it could be somebody else's kids. But just be careful with this person, because this person really thinks that they're so smart, and they're not smart at all. But for some reason they think that they are the smartest person in the room, and they're not so bright. And it's like this person doesn't think nothing about stepping on your toes. And it's like if they step on your toes, they're expecting you to just turn the other cheek, and you're not going to do that. That's one thing I'm seeing here. Like, I think this person has already done this before, where this person has tried to step on your toes, and you snapped at this person. You let them know that you're not the kind of person that's going to just sit there and let them walk all over you. You're not a doormat. You've let this person know, and ooh, they didn't like it. They didn't like it at all. And the thing is, as I see this happening again, it's coming real soon, where this person is going to step on your toes again. They're about to do it again. It's going to be a big one. And then when you snap back at them, they're going to be like, what's wrong with you? And they're going to try to make it seem like you're crazy, because they've always been doing this. Like, you might wake up and they might be cutting the grass, or doing something like that, or taking out your trash, or doing something that they've never done before, and then act like, what's wrong with you? They've always done this, right? But it's like they want people to think that. You know what I mean? Like, they want people to think that they've always cut your grass, or they've always taken out your trash. And then all of a sudden you're just acting crazy. Because that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. They really want to make you look like you're the crazy person. Because I'll tell you something. Somebody comes and takes out my trash, I would be like, what is going on? Nobody has ever taken out my trash. I'm the one that rolls my own trash can all the way to the street. Somebody comes and does that for me, I would kind of feel like, why are you on why are you in my yard? Why are you here? So yeah, I would totally feel invaded. And I feel like that is exactly what this person is going to do. They're going to invade your area, your space, and then try to make you look like you're the crazy one. So be aware, Aries, okay? I feel like this is more of a confirmation because I think you've already picked up on this person. Like you've already known that something was going on with this person. You just couldn't put your finger on it, you know? You knew something was going on with the way that they were acting. You just couldn't put your finger what it is. What were they trying to do? Well, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you look crazy. They're trying to make it seem like they've always done something and make you look like you're the crazy one. It says number 17, I am independent is coming out for you. And number 4, I am stable is coming out for you. It says, number 17, it says the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. And then you also have number 4. It says, you being you bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. I am stable. So do put that in the comment section. I am stable. I am independent. Okay. And guys, this is what's going on. This person is acting crazy and they think they're smart, but they're not smart. Because you're going to snap at them. But they're going to try and make you look crazy. But you know what? Now that you know, you could be one step ahead of this person. You know? Now you know what to say. You could speak up for yourself and be like, I don't know what's wrong with this person. They're just showing up out of the blue. It's weird. Now you could defend yourself. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Y'all take care. Bye bye.